Hey guys, we're going to learn how to spell what I call imaginary scales. That's right, you're going to spell scales that don't exist. You're going to go places on the circle of fifths that don't exist. And once you can spell my imaginary scales, spelling real ones are going to become easy. Let's begin. By now you recognize this is basically the classic circle of fifths. We've got a clock sort of like diagram. At 5, 6, and 7 o'clock at the bottom, you know you have to have the enharmonic equivalents. For example, you have D flat and C sharp, that's 5 flats and 7 sharps. But what if I told you there was more to the circle of fifths than just this simple diagram?
Let's jump into the deep end.
We could keep going. We know we start at C major and that's 0 sharps, and G major is 1 sharp. We come around clockwise, we get D, A, E, B, F sharp, and C sharp. But what if we kept going in sharpland? How about it? A flat obviously is the same thing as G sharp, and you guessed it, if we wanted to spell G sharp major, it would have 8 sharps because it's further along on the circle of fifths than C sharp major. That's right, G sharp major has 8 sharps. And if we have an 8th sharp, we only have 7 notes. That means we have, you guessed it, a double sharp. If you said now we have an F double sharp, you win the prize for guessing what is happening next. So my crazy theory students, could we keep going? You bet. Check out the crazy keys in red. D sharp major would have 9 sharps. A sharp major would have 10 sharps. E sharp major, that's right, E sharp is the enharmonic of F. E sharp major would have 11 sharps. That means we could even go on to B sharp major, which has 12 sharps. A lot of double sharps in that key. How would you like to play in that one? It would be awful. Does this key exist? Only in theory.
In theory. Get it?
So are there additional flat keys? You know it. If I wanted to, I could make you spell, of course, 7 flats, which is C flat. 8 flats would be F flat. 9 flats, this is crazy, that would be B double flat major. How about E double flat major? That clocks in with 10 flats. A double flat major clocks in with 11 flats. Could we keep going? Yes. Could we go to 12 flats, 13 flats, 14 flats? Yes, we could. Could we go to a key such as a quadruple flat major? Yes, we could. Do those keys exist? No, they're completely imaginary. No one in their right mind would ever try to play something in a quadruple flat. So is your head hurting? Have I blown your mind yet? Question? So what would you do if I asked you to spell G sharp? Well, one way to handle the problem would be to spell A flat instead, and then take G sharp, and basically you do all the enharmonic equivalents. Check it out. A flat, of course, starts off with A flat, B flat, C, so G sharp is going to start off with the enharmonic equivalents. The enharmonic equivalent of A flat is G sharp, B flat it's A sharp, C natural it's B sharp. So what key signature would G sharp have? Well, if A flat has 4 flats, we add 12 sharps to that, 1 trip around the circle of fifths, and that gives us a key signature of 8 sharps. 7 notes, 8 sharps, so that means there is a double sharp. But that's not how I would do it, believe it or not. Suppose I ask you to spell E sharp major. I wouldn't do it. I would refuse. I would spell E major instead, and then I would simply add a sharp to everything. So, E major has what? It has 4 sharps in it. So E sharp major, if we add a sharp to every note, that means we are going to have 11 sharps. That is, in theory.
In theory. Get it?
So let's just completely lose our mind and let's spell E double sharp major. Once again, if you ask me to spell E double sharp major, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to spell E major. Check it out. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, you know the one. Now, I've got to add 2 sharps to everything. So E becomes E double sharp, F sharp becomes F triple sharp, G sharp becomes G triple sharp, etc. So that's how I'm going to do it. And if you count all that up, you'll figure out that E sharp has 18 sharps. Again, if you ever write a piece of music in 18 sharps and you give it to someone and tell them to play it, you should be banned from the world of music. But can we do this? Yes. Do you know how? Yes, you do. So you're ready. So in conclusion, if you can spell my crazy keys, normal ones should be easy.